coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And you ever try to make some sense out of something where you're expecting a certain result, or you're expecting, a certain reaction, and you don't get what you thought, and you don't know how to even explain it? Like today, I told y'all in the video the other day that I've been suffering from a toothache. Now I'm going to the dentist thinking, man, it's gonna be all bad. They're gonna be like, yo, I gotta pull every one of your teeth. Why'd you wait so long to address this? Nothing. No cavities, no infection, nothing. Just my tooth hurts. And I'm thinking, how did this happen? How did we get here? How did we go from no pain to pain, but yet at the same time, don't even know how we got here? There's no way to really trace it. There's no way to say, here's the source of the pain. The pain just seemed to appear. Sort of like this whole movement that is taking over our country right about now. I mean, in 4 months, we went from a wonderful economy to insanity, full-blown insanity. And what's crazy is normal, just sane people that you would normally rely on to be able to kind of see what's going on, they're not seeing it. I mean, I'm on the internet talking to a few friends, doing a little blogging, ruffling some feathers. And people are on board with some stuff that I'm thinking, you have no idea what you're doing. You're about to support destroying the whole country. I mean, I'm getting concerned. You got folks trying to defend themselves because the police can't get to them, and all of these stinking politicians are just cutting the police's knees out and defunding them. And so now when you defend yourself, what do? They attack you. They confiscate your weapon. No pushback whatsoever. You got people on TV, the funky, nasty, dirty, stinking liberal media, which we've been watching for the last 3.5 years, go hard on Trump. But now, clearer than ever, you see the diabolical scheme. They are running 24/7 interference for the Democrats, constantly, for Joe Biden, constantly. Pushing a narrative. See, nobody stops to think, nobody stops to say, wait a minute, is it even reasonable to have this much hatred towards a president? Even reasonable. When you watch MSNBC and CNN, it is 24/7 criticism of the president. And folks that hate the president because they've been getting a heavy dose of that, they don't even stop to think, is this even like practical? Is it realistic to think that President Trump has done nothing good in 4 years? Nothing that they can compliment him on. They are on full press when it comes down to trying to undermine and destroy him. He and Fauci are breaking up. He is allowing our soldiers to be killed. He is letting Mike Pompeo, have people walk his dog. He is pardoning people who shouldn't have ever gotten, darn prosecuted anyway, but now he's giving them some pardoning. All of that crap. 24/7, no matter what the president does, and no antennas go up, none. And yet, they have the nerve to suggest that we just willfully allow the full-blown destruction of our economy. Watching MSNBC today before I left out, and sure enough, they're on their line, man. We're down here in New Jersey Shore. Look at all these people. They're not social distancing. And, I mean, do they realize they're prolonging the spread of COVID? And I'm going, we're still pretending that COVID is like something for real. Nobody is understanding what's going on. We're just going to go ahead and sit back and let the country just go. So we're willing to destroy the full-blown economy and everybody's livelihood, put us all on, I guess, social assistance, maybe, perhaps, I'm not sure, and destroy our education system kids can't go to school. I got folks on my other Facebook page talking about something. Man, don't let the kids go back to school to try to save Trump's presidency, trying to save a failed presidency, and also trying to save the economy for Trump. And I'm going, you're so focused on Trump that you're dumb. You're not even seeing what's going on. The very black people that you claim you support and down for the struggle, power to the people. If those kids don't go back to school, they're going to pay a bigger price. Some kids are already made to learn. Okay, they got a good foundation, good home, might be independent enough to do work from home. But from where I come from, do you think these kids, when their mom or dad go to work, they're going to be on the internet doing their schoolwork? No. It's going to expose them to be able to go out and do stuff while mom and dad ain't home. Okay? Idle time is the devil's playground. You're opening them up to more danger, more exposure to the streets, less education, and then, not to mention, most of the parents don't even know what the heck these kids are learning anyway. So what do you expect the parents to do? Teach them? And yet, the low risk of catching COVID for kids, but we're going to shut down the whole school system talking about, well, kids can spread it to the teachers. Well, you know what? It's worth the risk. If I'm a teacher, if I'm a principal, it's worth the risk because the kids are important. So now we're going to destroy the kids. We're going to destroy our economy. All of that because people are going after Trump, and idiots that are supporting this stuff thinking they're going after Trump are surrendering our sovereignty. They are complicit ignorantly in helping destroy the whole country. And you got chaos and anarchy all in the streets. You got people encouraging mobs and riots and more killing in all of these raggedy democratic cities. And sure enough, the liberal media running interference for them. And I have never seen so many ignorant folks try to justify these dumb Democrats. I mean, no matter what you throw at some of these idiots, they are, well, man, yeah, but. And I'm going, there isn't a yeah, but. When you see crime increasing in liberal cities, there's a reason why. And you can't default and say, well, it's because of systemic racism when it's only happening in democratic cities and Democrats run the police force. And yet those same Democrats are cutting the knees out from under the police. And crime is going up. And they're sitting back telling their ignorant, impressionable, brainwashed supporters that it's because of COVID and it's because of folks not, the economy's bad, even though they're the ones that destroyed it. They're the ones that want to keep it down, trying to beat Trump. And I'm saying, man, is it that easy? Is it that easy to full-blown make folks throw up their hands and say, all right, we're willing to go ahead and submit to Marxism? Just create some distractions, a little fear, have the media running interference for you, create some narratives, demonize the law-abiding citizens, make sure the law-abiding citizens can't go out, can't work, can't do nothing, make them become codependent on the government because they're law-abiding citizens. They're the ones that's actually going to try to do the right thing, and while they're doing the right thing, the lawless citizens are destroying everything and making sure that they look good, because when they get busted destroying stuff and law-abiding citizens defend themselves against them, somehow these phony bootleg politicians, DAs, all of that stuff, who probably is financed by George Soros, who knows? I mean, I'm starting to wonder, does he run the country? Does this man have that type of clout? Does this man just have that type of clout where he's untouchable? I mean, come on, y'all. The man is like supplying the funding for at least two of these organizations, Antifa and Black Lives Matter. And Antifa has been deemed to be a terrorist, a domestic terrorist organization. You ain't tell me we can't follow the money trail and deal with this dude, huh? But yet, he's funding all of these Democrat politicians who are just subverting the law, destroying the Constitution, going after law-abiding citizens, making sure that we pretend that this is a serious lockdown and allow our whole way of life to just come to a close and surrender over everything to Marxism. Everything. And I'm saying to myself, what is this? Open up the freaking country, okay? Even if this was a pandemic, it does not compare to some of the worst pandemics we ever had, and out of nowhere, we just decide this is the one that we have to put a full-blown lockdown on, huh? We got to go ahead and break out the mask. This is why I'm ranting, because I went to the dentist's office today to walk in, big old thing, you can't come in without a mask. If you come in, you got to go back outside, wait in your car. Then I went over to T-Mobile to find out what's going on with this funky phone, and you can't come in here without a mask. And I'm going to see, now y'all making me mad. Now I got to go on and do a little ranting about this craziness, and we're all pretending that these bootleg masks are really going to do something. All that's doing is identifying us as sheep. Which one of these people are willing to say, well, I'm going to be complicit, and also point out all those that aren't? Start fingering them. He's not a mask on. Look at him. He's walking around spreading his germs and all of that because he got common sense and he sees what's going on. I mean, come on, people. Think about this. Really. I mean, if this was that bad, do you think that abortion clinics would still be open? Do you think the lottery would still be open? Do you think that alcohol and stuff would still be sold? Do you think Walmart and the grocery stores and the gas stations would all still be open? No, we would all be looting. If it was a full-blown plague like the bubonic plague, the black plague, something like that, do you think all these politicians would be out protesting with all these rioters? As much as they love their own lives, do you think they would be out there talking about let's pass the mic because we're here to paint Black Lives Matter on the street? And COVID doesn't mess with us because we're protesting against racism. But all those other law-abiding citizens who just want to go to work, COVID's all over you. It's all over you. See, nobody's using common sense. And they're getting away with it because, I guess we're all trying to wait and see how this all plays out. But I'm losing my patience, y'all. I'm losing my patience. I'm almost about to start saying, okay, do we need to take matters into our own hands?
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. This is where they die.
Where's the people that we need to get together and say, all right, when are we going to go ahead and do a march or a protest? Huh? I mean, law-abiding citizens need to come together and start saying, all right, excuse me, we have some things we want to say, and we're not going to sit back and let y'all just railroad us and destroy our livelihood and the country that we love, all for what? Marxism and power for the Democrats? Man, I'm about to beat Mr. T on them. I pity the fools. Anyway, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. I hated to have to rant like. Sorry about that, y'all. But I guess my rant was so hot that my phone heated up and stopped. But now it's not. It's done cooled down. But I haven't. I'm still mad. But anyway, had to get that off my chest. Man, we need something to happen real quick, y'all. I know we all trying to wait till November. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, the Democrats, they play for keeps.
Hold! Give them nothing, but take from them everything.
We need to start playing for keeps too. Anyway, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Check me out every Wednesday night, live 7:30 on Facebook, YouTube, and my radio blog talk show. Also, don't check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like their products, there's a link below this video. Click on it. Put Kevin in the promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. And then finally, if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link below the video to do that as well. And we will see y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. God bless. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.